Hello students. In today's session we are going to see integration by substitution. So this is exercise number 2.6. So totally I have splitted the whole exercise into three parts. So part 1, part 2, part 3. So based on the types I have segregated the sums so that you can feel so easy to do the sums. So let's see the first part. Okay, now integration. So integration by substitution. Integrals of certain functions cannot be obtained directly because they are not in any of the standard forms as discussed above, but may be reduced to a standard form by suitable substitution. So the method of evaluating an integral by reducing it to a standard form by suitable substitution is called integration by substitution. Actually, this means we have learnt in the first exercise we had a integral formula, the direct integral formula, integral x power n dx, right? Integral e power x dx, integral 1 by x dx. Like that, we had direct formula. But in exercise number 2.2, you could have seen that we couldn't directly integrate. We applied partial fraction. So third exercise, you just learnt exponential function, how to integrate exponential function. Fourth exercise, you had learnt trigonometric function, and in this one we are going to learn an integral which cannot be directly integrable, but by applying a substitution you can reduce the non-integrable to a standard integrable type, and that method is called integration by substitution. For you to understand better, here I have given a simple lines to understand what is substitution method. This method is applicable only when an integral contains a function and its own derivative in it. So these lines I have underlined in yellow color. Those are very very important. Keep it in mind. This method we can apply only when an integral contains a function and its own derivative in it. For example, if an integral has log x and the derivative of log x is what? 1 by x. So both present in the same integral, then you can apply this method, substitution method. So what else you can see? You can have this formula. So what is the formula? What is the derivative of sin x? Cos x. So when an integral contains both sin x and cos x, then you can apply what method? The substitution method. Okay. Now, while you are saying that when an integral has a function and its derivative, you must name that. So that is called substitution, right? So you are going to substitute some other value or a variable, and that variables are going to be this. The note part you can see. The original function must be taken as f of x or t. That is, it is named as f of x or t. And its derivative, that is when you differentiate the function, you get some answer. So that its derivative is taken as f dash of x or dt, right? So this is the naming we give for the function and its derivative. The function will be taken as t. Most of the time we take it as t, and the derivative will be taken as dt, right? And we have some standard formula when you apply this substitution, when you come across this function and derivative in integral, and that will be there in this 5 formats. Particularly the first 3 we are going to see in the first part. You can see here an integral has integral f of x the whole power n and its derivative outside dx equal to, the answer will be in this form, f of x the whole power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c, where n not equal to minus 1. The second formula is integral f dash of x by f of x into dx equal to log of f of x. The second formula, particularly I have given you the hint in second exercise. Can you remember? Integral, the denominator has a function and the numerator is a derivative, means the answer will be log of denominator. I had given the hint in the second exercise when I taught. So that formula is this. And third formula is integral. In the denominator you have root of a function, and in the numerator you have its derivative f dash of x, then the answer will be 2 into root of f of x plus c. So this the first 3 we are going to see. When we see the next remaining parts, we can use the last 2 formula. So now the first 3 are most important, and how to choose the function. So that will be the most important part of this particular integration, because we'll be given an integral. In that integral, we do not know which one is going to be the function or its derivative. You may not be knowing it clearly when you see it first. But for that, there is a hint. In the integral, first look at the denominator. if you differentiate the denominator, most probably you may get the numerator. So that is one part. Or else you will be having the function inside a composite function. Composite function means function of function. So when we see some examples, I'll help you, but this is the hint point. Either you will be having the function the denominator, or it lies inside a composite function. So that is going to be your original function f of x or t. Okay, so the special point is very important. The original function f of x or t is mostly spotted either in the denominator of the integrand, or it lies inside a composite function.
So now we are going to see some examples to understand the substitution method. So here they have given I equal to integral cos x by sin x into dx. Right. So in this one I told you, in the integral, if you have a function and its own derivative, then you can go for the substitution method. In this integral I can see the function sin x, and when you differentiate sin x you will get what? Cos x, both present in the same integral. Likewise, when you differentiate cos x also, you may get what? Minus sin x. Both are there in the integral. So we can apply, we have a choice to do the sum by substitution method. Let's see. Right. So I told you one more special point. So which one you have to choose as your function? That is either the denominator or the one which lies in the composite function. So here we do not have any composite function. So we have a normal denominator, and that is sin x. So take the denominator sin x and name it as t. This is your function, because we learnt the function will be named as either f of x or t. So I name a sin x as t. When you differentiate t, we get dt by dx. Likewise, when you differentiate sin x, you get cos x. Right. Take the dx to the other side and keep dt alone. Now you can see the integral 1 with this answer. So the sin x will be now replaced as t. Okay. So instead of sin x I am substituting t. Instead of cos x dx I am substituting dt. So in this place I will be applying dt. So the 1 will be now transformed into this form. So first it was not directly not integrable, but now it can be done. So now this dt you just keep it away, so that you can treat it like 1 by t into dt. When you integrate 1 by t, what is the answer? Log t. So log t is nothing but sin x. So apply it here. So log of sin x plus c. So first it was not directly integrable, but now after doing the substitution we are doing the integration. By that time we get the answer log of sin x. Now another example sum we are going to see. So I equal to integral 2x plus 7 by x square plus 7x the whole power 8 into dx. Okay, so this is the given sum. Now in this one, can you see any composite function? Yes. So here x square plus 7x the whole power 8. Actually within this power, the whole power function 8 only, we can see x square plus 7. So this type of function, a function which lies another function, is called a composite function. So here which one is a composite function? 2x plus 7 or the denominator part? So the denominator part. Even in this the whole thing is composite function, but particularly within that what we have? X square plus 7x. This if you take it and differentiate, you may get the numerator part. Let's see. Okay, just focus only in the inner part of this. Now x square when you differentiate, what is the answer? 2x we have. Then 7x when you differentiate what? 7, and that is also there in the numerator. So you take this as your function t. So t equal to x square plus 7x. Right. When you differentiate it, you get dt by dx. The other side 2x plus 7. Take dx to the other side. So dt equal to 2x plus 7 into dx. Now let's substitute these values. Instead of x square plus 7x, I can put t in the given integral. So now in this integral, in the x square plus 7x place I can put t, so it becomes t power 8, and in 2x plus 7 into dx place I can put dt, so dt by t power 8. Now keep dt away, so integral 1 by t power 8 into dt. We know the formula, 1 by x power n dx equal to minus 1 by n minus 1 x power n minus 1. So minus 1 by 8 minus 1 t power 8 minus 1 plus c. So we get minus 1 by 7 into t power 7. T is nothing but x square plus 7x. So that power 7 plus c. That's the answer. So I have given two example sums now. One, directly you can see the denominator as your function. because in the whole integral you do not have any composite function. What do you mean by composite? A function of function. So like that here nothing is there. So directly most probably the denominator will be your function. So I have taken that as t. But in this sum you can see we have a composite function, and within that composite function we have a functions and x square plus 7x. When you differentiate you get the numerator. So this type of sums you have to do like this. So one is the normal one, the another one is choosing the function from the composite function. Sum number 1 in exercise 2.6, I equal to integral 2x plus 5 by x square plus 5x minus 7 into dx. Right. So in this sum, do you see any composite function? No, right? But in that case, the denominator you can check it whether it is a function or not. So take the denominator x square plus 5x minus 7 as t. Now differentiate it, dt by dx on the left side, and the right side x square when you differentiate 2x plus 5x when you differentiate 5. Take dx to the other side, so dt equal to 2x plus 5 into dx. Now you can see when you take this as t, its derivative, that is the 2x plus 5 is available in the numerator. So we can apply the substitution method, because we know substitution method is applicable only when a function and its own derivative lies in the given integral. So the function and derivative both are present in the integral, so we can apply substitution method. So this is t and this will be dt. So in this place I am going to apply t in the integral, so this will become t, right? And instead of 2x plus 5 into dx, I am going to apply dt. So this place will become dt. Now take dt away, so you get integral 1 by t into dt. When you integrate 1 by x, what is it? Log x. Likewise here, log of modulus t. So t value is x square plus 5x minus 7. Apply in that place plus c, and that's all. Now sum number 2 we are going to see. I equal to integral e power 3 into log x by x power 4 plus 1 into dx. Actually here before log we have a number 3, and we have learned a property. M log a means you can write it as log a power m, that is the number can be taken to the power of x. So it will be going to the power of x. So we have e power log of x power 3, and this e and log will be cancelled immediately. So you get this stage now. So we get I equal to integral x cube by x power 4 plus 1 into dx. Right. In this one, in the integral, do you see any composite function? No. Normally we have a denominator and take that denominator as t. Okay, let's differentiate and check whether we get the numerator as answer. So t equal to x power 4 plus 1. So this side when you differentiate, you get dt by dx equal to x power 4 when you differentiate 4x cube, and 1 when you differentiate 0. So leave it. So this x cube only we have in the numerator, but here we have 4x cube. The 4 we don't want here. So take the 4 to this side, take the 4 to this place, and dx to that place. So dt by 4 equal to x cube dx. Now can you see x cube dx is present in the integral? Yes. So now we are going to apply this. Instead of x power 4 plus 1, we are going to put t in the integral. So t. Now instead of x cube dx, we are going to substitute dt by 4. So in this place I am going to apply dt by 4. Here 1 by 4 is a constant. I am going to take it out. So 1 by 4 has come out. Integral. The dt I am going to keep it away. So 1 by t will be there. So 1 by t when you integrate, we get log t. Right? So t is nothing but x power 4 plus 1. So that is applied. So the answer is 1 by 4 into log of modulus x power 4 plus 1 plus c. Now sum number 4 we are going to see. I equal to integral log x the whole cube by x into dx. Right. So this time in the integral we do not, do you see any composite function? Yes. The orange color arrow mark you can see log x the whole cube. That is log x lies within the whole power 3, right? So this innermost function, if you differentiate, you will get its answer in the integral. Can you see? Log x when you differentiate, what is the answer? 1 by x. We can see it in the integral 1 by x. So we can apply the substitution method. So when we can apply substitution method? When a function and its own derivative lies in the same integral, then only we can apply. So here the composite function is log x the whole cube. But which one is the innermost of that? log x. So that you take it as t. So log x is named as t. When you differentiate it, you get dt by dx on the left side, and log x, when you differentiate, you get 1 by x on the right side. Take dx to the other side, so dt equal to dx by x. So instead of log x, I'm going to put t in the integral. So here when I apply t, I get t cube, right? So I get t cube. Then instead of dx by x, we can apply dt. So dt. Now the first integral has now transformed in this standard form. Now we can integrate. It looks like x power n formula. What is integral x power n formula? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So t power 3 when you integrate, you get t power 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 plus c. So t power 4 by 4 plus c. What is t? We have taken log x. So the answer is log x the whole power 4 by 4 plus c. Sum number 3 now. I equal to integral e power 2x by e power 2x minus 2 into dx. So this time, do you see any composite function like the last sum? No. Right. Then most probably your denominator will be the t function. So take it as t, e power 2x minus 2, and differentiate it. When you differentiate t, you get dt by dx. And here, when you differentiate e power 2x, first you get e power 2x. Then it is a composite function. So when you differentiate e power 2x, the answer is e power 2x into the coefficient of x, 2. Right. So the number 2, when you differentiate normally, you get 0. We are doing differentiation, keep in mind. When you differentiate e power 2x into 2. But whereas in integration, when you do e power 2x by 2. So it's quite different, keep in mind. Right. So e power 2x, when you differentiate, what do you get? E power 2x into the coefficient of x, 2. Minus, when you differentiate a number, the answer is 0. Right. So here in the integral, in the numerator, you can see only e power 2x and dx. So you keep this e power 2x and take dx to the other side. So e power 2x into dx. And this 2, you take it to the denominator of this left side. So dt by 2 equal to e power 2x into dx. So now instead of this, in the integral, we can apply t. So this place will be applied as t. Right. And instead of this e power 2x into dx, we can apply this dt by 2. So the numerator will become dt by 2 by the denominator will become t. 1 by 2 is common. So take it out, and dt you keep it away. So integral 1 by t dt. 1 by t when you integrate, log t. Okay. In the t place, you apply the value taken. E power 2x minus 2 plus c. So the answer is I equal to 1 by 2 log of modulus e power 2x minus 2 plus c. Now sum number 5 we are going to see. I equal to integral 6x plus 7 by root of 3x square plus 7x minus 1 into dx. So take the integral as 1. So now the question is, in this integral, do you see a function and derivative? Yes. 3x square, when you differentiate this, you get 6x, right? And plus 7x, when you differentiate, you get 7, right? But this function, it lies within a composite function, that is root of 3x square plus 7x minus 1. So the function lies within the another function, square root function. So the innermost of that is 3x square plus 7x minus 1. So take that as t. So t equal to 3x square plus 7x minus 1. So when you differentiate, you get dt by dx equal to 6x plus 7. Right. Take dx to the other side. So dt equal to 6x plus 7 into dx. Right. Okay. Now in the integral, in the place of this, you are going to apply t. So in this place, if you put t, you get by root t. Right. Now instead of 6x plus 7 into dx, if you put dt, the numerator, you will be getting dt by root t. Okay. Now we got this. Now 1 by root t, when you 1 by root x, when you integrate, the formula is 2 root x. So what is the formula for 1 by root x? When you integrate 1 by root x dx, the answer is 2 root x. Like that 1 by root t, when you integrate 2 root t plus c, 2 into t. T is nothing but 3x square plus 7x minus 1. So that is applied here plus c. Now sum number 7 we are going to see. I equal to integral x power 8 into 1 plus x power 9 the whole power 5 into dx. So in this integral we can see a composite function, that is 1 plus x power 9 the whole power 5. So this is the whole composite function, but the innermost is 1 plus x power 9. Okay, let's have a try. Okay, now we take this innermost 1 plus x power 9 as t. When you differentiate, you get dt by dx. Right. Here when you differentiate 1, 0. X power 9 when you differentiate, you get 9x power 8. Okay, nearly we get the answer because we want x power 8 in the answer part, right? We got it. So now take 9 to the denominator and dx to the other side. So now it looks like dt by 9 equal to x power 8 into dx. Do you have x power 8 into dx in the integral? Yes. So now a function and its derivative both lie in the same integral. So we can apply the substitution method. Right. Now in this 1 plus x power 9's place, I am going to put t. So this will become t power 5. Right. Now instead of x power 8 into dx, I can apply dt by 9. So dt by 9. The 1 by 9 you take it out. So you'll be having t power 5 into dt. It looks like x power n. When you integrate x power n, the answer is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So t power 5 when you integrate t power 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 plus c. So t power 6 by 6 plus c. 6 into 9, 54. So t is nothing but 1 plus x power 9, the whole power 6. So the answer is 1 by 54, 1 plus x power 9, the whole power 6 plus c. So now sum number 9 we are going to see I equal to integral 1 by x into log x dx. So in this one integral we do not have any composite function, but we have the denominator, and in the denominator when you differentiate log x, what do you get? 1 by x. So we have a function and its derivative 1 by x in the same integral, so we can apply the substitution method. Right. So here t log x you name it as t. So dt by dx equal to 1 by x. Take dx to the other side. So dt equal to 1 by x into dx. So in the question, instead of log x we can put t. So t here in the denominator. 1 by x into dx together you have to take it as dt. So dt here. So you will be having dt by t. Right. So dt you keep it away. So integral 1 by t into dt. 1 by 2 when you integrate you get log t. So t is nothing but log x. So log of modulus log x plus c. Now example number 2.30 we are going to see. So I equal to integral x by x square plus 1 into dx. Right. So in this whole integral we do not see any composite function, but there is a denominator x square plus 1. So have a try. Take it as t. So differentiate dt by dx equal to x square when you differentiate 2x. Number when you differentiate 0. So leave it. So I want to have x dx in the answer part, but here I have 2x. So take 2 to this side and dx to the other side. So I get x dx. So here dt by 2. So the function and derivative both are present in the same integral. So we can apply what method? Substitution method. So here x square plus 1, instead of that I can put t. So here I will be applying t. So the denominator will be t now. Right. Instead of x dx we can put dt by 2. So instead of x dx we can put dt by 2. So we get this one. So now 1 by 2 I take it out and dt I keep it aside. So integral 1 by t dt. When you integrate 1 by t you get log modulus t. Right. T is nothing but x square plus 1. So apply it in this place. So you have 1 by 2 log of modulus x square plus 1 plus c. Now sum number 8 in exercise we are going to see. It is one of the most important and very easy sum. Just listen carefully. And for this sum, before starting I want to recall this two formula. So d by dx of x power n, that is when you differentiate x power n, the answer is n into x power n minus 1. Okay. And this one e power a by e power b. When you have the same base but they are in one in numerator and the other one is denominator, means you can write the same base e power the numerator's power minus the denominator's power. Can you remember? E power a by e power b means you can write it as e power a minus b. Right. Now keep this in mind. Using this we are going to do the sum. The sum is very easy. Listen. So I equal to integral, they have given this part. Okay. But this time we do not have any composite function. So most probably the denominator is going to be your t. Okay, let's have a try. Take it as t. Differentiate it. So you get dt by dx equal to, it looks like x power n. X power e is nothing but a constant. So you treat like x power n. So what is x power n formula? N x power n minus 1. So like that in the n place we have e. So e into x power e minus 1 plus e power x, whenever you differentiate you get e power x. Okay. Now compare this with the question. Here in the numerator we are having x into e power minus 1. Okay, we have x into e power minus 1. But here we have e power x minus 1. Here we have e power x. The reason is Here in the front you have a e, that's why. So to eliminate this e, divide the whole term both sides by e. So before doing that, take the dx to the other side. Now divide this by e, so you get dt by e, and this whole part by e into this dx. Now divide the first term by e, this e cancel, so x power e minus 1 plus e power x by e. Here e means the power is 1. When it is taken to the numerator, e power x minus 1. Here only we are applying this property, e power a by e power b equal to e power a minus b. So here e power x by e means e power x minus 1. So we got it. Now this one, can you see it in the numerator of the question? Yes. So we have a function and its derivative in the same integral. So we can apply the concept of substitution method. Right. Now I equal to, that is the question, I equal to, instead of this we are going to apply t. So here you will be applying t. So t. And instead of the numerator this part, that is this part, instead of this we can put dt by e. So dt by e. Here you can apply dt by e. 1 by e you take it out. So integral 1 by t into dt. 1 by t means log t. T is nothing but x power e plus e power x. Substitute in that place. So I equal to 1 by e log of modulus x power e plus e power x plus c.